Hi, I'm Dan Gunther, and welcome to The Week in Trek. Lots of news in the Star Trek world this week, so let's dive in and take a look at some of the biggest stories. First off, some great news about Star Trek Discovery this past weekend at the Mission New York convention. While there was no new footage shown, nor was there any big news like casting, panelists Kirsten Beyer and Nicholas Meyer had a lot to say about the new show. TrekCore.com did a great write-up of the entire panel. Click the link in the description to check that out. For me, by far the biggest news was the talk about Star Trek Discovery tie-in novels and comics. As you know, I'm a big fan of the novels, and we got some great news this past weekend. Kirsten Beyer, as part of her position in the writing room on Star Trek Discovery, will be coordinating the tie-in novels and comics with Pocket Books and IDW. And some other great news coming up. The first Star Trek Discovery novel will be penned by veteran Star Trek author David Mack. I'm a huge fan of his novels, so I'm very excited about this really great news. More news this week out of the Mission New York convention, this time from Eaglemoss, the makers of the Star Trek Official Starships collection. First off, the collection has been expanded to 130 ships. Now, originally it was only supposed to have 70 ships, so this is a huge jump. The first jump was up to 90 ships, and now we're going to get 130 regular releases plus specials, so this is pretty huge. The next 5 ships announced were issue number 91 will be the USS Saratoga from Emissary, the first episode of Deep Space Nine. Number 92 will be the Medusan ship from the TOS episode Is There in Truth No Beauty? Now this will be the remastered version, of course. Issue 93 will be the Suliban Cell ship from Star Trek Enterprise. Issue number 94, also from Star Trek Enterprise, is the ECS Horizon, Travis Mayweather's family's cargo ship. And issue 95 will be the USS Kyushu, which is one of the kit-bashed starships from the graveyard scene at Wolf 359. This one is New Orleans class. Very excited to be getting these Wolf 359 variants. There were also a couple of subscriber exclusives announced, including the SS Yorktown, which is an interesting choice here. It is in honor of Star Trek's 50th anniversary. As a lot of fans know, the Enterprise was originally supposed to be called the Yorktown. Another interesting subscriber exclusive is the USS Enterprise as envisioned by designer Ralph McQuarrie. Now, there are 2 different study models of this design that have been made. Apparently, both will be released. One is a subscriber exclusive and one is a convention exclusive. I'm not sure which one will be which, so we'll have to wait to see that. The next special to be released will be Spock's jellyfish ship from the 2009 Star Trek movie. TrekCore.com has some great photos of the prototype for that ship. Click the link in the description to check out the rest of their pictures, as well as their coverage of the Eaglemoss panel. The next 4 specials after that will be the USS Franklin from Star Trek Beyond, the Swarm ship, also from Beyond, the Klingon ship from the Kobayashi Maru scenario in Star Trek 2009, and finally Starbase K7 from the original series. Now this is cool, this is only the 2nd space station they've done including Deep Space Nine, so that's pretty cool. Some news on non-canon ships coming. It looks like there is movement on getting the USS Titan created. As you might remember, there was a petition to get that particular design done, as well as the USS Aventine. Both of these are from the novels. The Titan has appeared on several novel covers, and the Aventine as well. Another bit of news about the next shuttles set. There will be a 2nd and 3rd set of shuttles following after this set that you see in front of you here. The 2nd set will include the NX-01's shuttle pod from Star Trek Enterprise, the Next Generation's shuttle pod Type 15, the Executive Shuttlecraft from Star Trek VI The Undiscovered Country, and the TNG Season 1 and 2 Type 7 shuttlecraft. So that's pretty cool. Really excited to get my hands on those as well. A lot of people collect the plaques. They are planning on doing at least a couple more of those. First of all, the USS Enterprise 1701A from Star Treks 5 and 6. Star Trek 4 at the end as well. And also, apparently, the USS Franklin's dedication plaque is one they're looking at. So that's pretty cool. Other ships mentioned were the Ring Ship Enterprise, as well as the Phase 2 Enterprise. I'm not sure exactly what form those will be coming in, probably specials as well, or possibly regular releases, I'm not sure. But we'll be looking for more news on that as it's known. Also in the news this week is a preview of the Roddenberry Vault. This is a Blu-ray set that I'm very excited about, featuring behind-the-scenes clips, long-lost deleted scenes, and all kinds of really cool gems from Star Trek the original series. I've put a link in the description to the news story about this, including some sample clips from the Blu-rays. This all looks really exciting, and man, I honestly can't wait to get my hands on these. Finally, today is particularly significant as it is the actual date of Star Trek's 50th anniversary. 50 years ago today, on September 8th, 1966, curious viewers sat down and caught their first glimpse of Star Trek. The Man Trap was the world's first introduction to phasers, transporters, starships, and Vulcanians. While I have been alive for only part of this 5-decade-long history, Star Trek has played a huge role in my life. It has shaped my values and who I am as a person. Happy anniversary, Star Trek. May you continue to live long and prosper. I leave you this week with a snippet of a 50th anniversary message to Star Trek from the folks at NASA, the entirety of which I have linked to in the description. Have a great week, and I'll see you here again soon.
Happy 50th anniversary, Star Trek!
My name is Dan Gunther, and among other things, online I have a website, www.treklit.com, where I review Star Trek novels, both old and new. I also co-host the Literary Treks podcast with Matthew Rushing and Bruce Gibson, in which we talk about the world of Star Trek books and comics. Be sure to check out some of the other videos on this channel, including episode reviews, Star Trek product reviews, and videos about all corners of the Star Trek universe and beyond.